Warning: the podcast that you're about to listen to may technically be educational, but you're certainly not going to learn anything of substance. You're also probably going to hear some choice language, so if you're driving around with your child in the car, maybe you should consider turning over to Light FM. Anyway, you've been warned. Now let's get on with the fucking show. Lathan, hit the music.
And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Ooh, welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 178. Will we soon see the Wicked Witch of the West on trial? How much money would you spend to regain your virginity? Fred Durst is relevant again, thanks to this week's movie review, and much, much more. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, coming to you. What is this, 178 episodes?
Jeez.
Oh my God, it's the Waffle Box, the original Waffle Box. You have accepted no substitutes. It is the best part of Wednesdays, and you know that. Coming to you all the way from the future, home of Super Bowl 60. You love us because we do this, and we do this because we love you. Producer Lathan, what's going on? You drone selling motherfucker.
What's up, my bald prince? How's it going, Harry Potter? I hope you're both doing well. Welcome, one and all, to the 178th episode of Waffle Box.
Yes.
Did you know that we've produced roughly 260 hours of content on this feed? Which means that you could listen to this show nonstop from the very beginning, and it'd take you over 10 days to reach the most latest episode. I mean, that would be an incredible waste of your time. But still, a pretty cool fact, huh?
Yeah.
Not only is that a cool fact, but it adds. So, I once upon a time with the Bosnet family, I had a spreadsheet and everything I produced, and time-wise, blah blah blah. I lost track after 8 days of content. Okay, I just like it's 8 days. There's eight solid days that you're not going to escape my voice and not hear me repeat myself in another episode. And now Lathan has just told us that there's another 10 days of video content now. Wow. Congratulations, Mike Fish. You're an amazing producer.
Oh, thank you very much. It wouldn't be anything without you, Eva. It'd just be me talking into the ether.
I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to prove myself, man. Like, again, I love doing the Waffle Box with you. This is literally a surprise. We don't do anything before the show, man. And we're just like, how you doing? I'm okay. How you doing? I'm all right.
Let me hit the music.
This is natural. Like, wow, 10 days where we won't repeat ourselves, and like solid 10 days. Amazing. Thank you, Mike Fish.
You're welcome. Before we get into this week's top stories, on a personal note, apparently I have the world's worst immune system because I'm better, but I'm still getting the old sniffles and the cough is laying it over from that fucking Thanksgiving cold I have. What the hell? Fuck off.
So the day after we recorded our last week's episode, and you and I were both like on the same level. Like, I just drank some NyQuil. I didn't drink a lot of NyQuil. I took even like half a shot. For whatever reason, did not put me to sleep. I feel like I still had some like REM action happening, but I for 2 days I didn't have a good night's sleep at all, which is what NyQuil promises to do. And then I was just fine, and I worked a 17-hour shift on Friday, and I've been kind of aggressive ever since then.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I don't
no
want to
sniffles,
get
no coughing, like just me being Kush.
See, my problem is not to get, I'm sure people are ready to get the world's smallest violins out, but yeah, I just haven't had that good day where where you're just like, I'm gonna spend the next 18 hours in bed. I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet.
Oh, well, I'm a little privileged than you are. Then.
Work, huh? Working for the man. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It does suck.
Anyway, what have you been up to? What have you been up to? What's been going on in the world of what's been going on the West Coast? You been having some tremors lately, huh? I hear
Jesus
some rumors.
Christ. So there was thank you for reminding me. Completely went into this blanket as I usually do. There was a earthquake, a 7.0 earthquake, about 200 miles north of us in Humboldt County, but it was just in the ocean, just off the coast. So, however, while 3 years ago, they had a similar tremor in the same spot, and that actually kind of fucked things up for the folks in like Eureka and most of Humboldt. Everything was salvaged, nothing like burnt down or anything. There were thankfully wasn't another forest fire, but 3 years ago, because of that, there was a tsunami warning,
Oh,
and then there wasn't.
oh.
And because of that, when this happened the other day, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not worried about that. Like, I got multiple texts like warning me. Thank you for everyone who reached out and cared.
I didn't.
However, like, I was watching YouTube. There was no interruption in the stream, so I had no idea that there was an earthquake. So like, a buddy of mine was like, "You might want to get on a roof," and I was like, "What the hell are
Why
you
would you want
talking
to get on a
about?
roof?
Why would I want to do that?" Exactly. And he was like, "Earthquake." Everything I just repeated right now. There was an earthquake, and I was like, "Yeah, I ain't worried." So I just dismissed it. Sister Hayes, little Sister Hayes, sent us a similar thing. She didn't say
Poquito.
get on a roof, but she's like, "There's a tsunami warning." By the way, you go on Facebook, and there are people like
I try
all the
not
way
to.
as far as South Lake Tahoe, which is, by the way, 400 miles east,
Oh, like marking themselves safe, just in case you were worried.
200 miles safe. Let's just be conservative. 200 miles east. Also, like, I got a warning on my phone. There's a tsunami warning. I'm like, I got none of that shit. We used to have air raid sirens that would chime off every Tuesday at noon. Those were for some reason broken, so those didn't go off. Anyways, where I'm going with all this is there was a tsunami warning again. I didn't pay attention to it. Most didn't. Some panicked, but then there wasn't. Like within an hour, then there wasn't. Little Sister Hayes told me that someone who works at Stanford University, it's about 45 miles east of me. It is technically on the peninsula. If you look at the map and you look at California and look where San Francisco is, there's this little mark thing. Okay. That's the bay. That's the peninsula. That's the Bay Area you keep hearing about. And had there been a tsunami, their ankles might have been a little damp that day. However, apparently they were all freaking out. And I was like, I'm wildly embarrassed for you. Where are you going with this, Kush? The news decided to give us an update like, hey, make sure your disaster preparation kit is still current. Make sure all the batteries are dry. Make sure the food hasn't expired. Blah, 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 blah. This makes sense in an earthquake. And in fact, because of San Francisco earthquakes, we have those. This makes sense in a tornado. This makes sense in a blizzard. This makes sense in most of the natural disasters throughout the lower 48 continental United States. However, if there's a goddamn tsunami, by the way, this is my third tsunami warning, fourth tsunami warning, excuse me. We can talk about that another time. If there is a tsunami, guess whose emergency preparedness kit is going to be underwater? Okay.
Yours.
And it's not going to be just a little bit of water. It's going to be like, I'm going to have to like submerge myself and dive down to get it. So we're fucked. Like, don't worry about it. What's going to cause a tsunami in San Francisco? Something very similar to what was exhibited
Godzilla.
in the Rock's movie, San Andreas.
Bad acting.
Did you see San Andreas?
No, I didn't.
Oh, great goddamn movie, dude.
Oh.
It gets made fun of. The Rock punches an earthquake. Of course, he doesn't fucking punch an earthquake. However, the earthquake in San Andreas, the movie, is like a 10.0 plus. So yeah. By the way, when we get anything above a 9, and I've already survived a 7, One, that current house I'm sitting in, which was built during World War II, that's collapsing. Everything that was retrofitted after the 1989 earthquake, which is the earthquake I survived, that's all getting flattened. Okay, so I ain't gonna be worried about the goddamn tsunami that just washes everything away. Like we're dead. We're just dead. That's it. The end. You can prepare as much as you want. Sometimes you just die. I don't mean to be cynical, but that's my 2 cents there. So
We had an uplifting introduction.
well, it happened.
Should have
It
got on the
happened.
roof.
Like I said, I've been feeling
You might
aggressive
survived.
this week.
Get a little blow up pool, stick it on your roof, sit in that little life craft. Boom.
No way to get on the roof.
Ladder.
Without there actually being water, there's no way for me to get on the roof. We don't have a ladder either.
Wow. Maybe you should make a visit to Home Depot in your next day off.
Wouldn't have a spot to store it.
On the side of the house.
No, it does. We don't have a house like that.
Well, it doesn't have any sides.
Actually, it has 2 sides, but again, it will just get stolen.
Well, no, you anyway. There's ways.
Hey, brother. I've done all the math. I live here. I've done the math. We
Maths.
no room for us. No room for
Plural.
a ladder. No place to store it.
Oh, it's getting some inside. Maths is plural. But there you go. So if we've learned anything today, if there's a tsunami in your area, stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, it might happen. Yeah.
Mm.
Some of y'all might experience a puddle. Some of y'all might start breathing water.
Oh, I'm sure when the apocalypse happens and enough people upset certain people with certain weapons, I'm right next to the Hudson River. I'm sure I'm fucked. But,
I feel like the Hudson will just flood your streets, but I don't feel like your house would be submerged, especially with you being on the 2nd floor.
See, I'm ready for a flood, ready for a zombie apocalypse. I'm ready for everything on the 2nd floor.
There you go, brother.
Me, bitch.
Yeah, man. You can just barricade that stairwell, and you're good to go.
Oh, I've already got. I've got access to the roof.
I bet you do.
All I need to do is find a rifle.
I
don't know when I'm gonna get one of those. This is how lefty snowflakey I am. If someone literally held a gun to my head and said, "Go out and buy a gun," I wouldn't even know where to start looking. So I'd probably just.
I don't know the gun laws in New Jersey, but I bet you could just go to the sporting goods store.
I don't even know though. I'm pretty sure they're very strict though, but I have no idea.
Well, so if you want a handgun, no matter what state you're in, you gotta wait like a week or 2. They gotta like.
There's a zombie apocalypse going. I can't wait for this bureaucratic nonsense.
They gotta go through all the bureaucracy for that. But if you want a rifle or a shotgun, you can walk out within the next 20 minutes.
I don't know. I'm thinking for a zombie apocalypse, I think a nice handgun with a silencer would be the best because you want to get to kill the zombie, but you don't want to get attraction to the other zombies. You don't want to alert them of your.
So silencers aren't a thing. You see them in Hollywood all the time. You see them in the movies, and they go.
Yeah,
those James Bond. They don't make that noise. No. It's people who are more educated about guns than I am will tell you that's called a suppressor, and it still makes a significant noise. That would still draw the zombies to you. So if you're in a zombie apocalypse, no, you want stabby items.
Well,
but
like
that means
crossbow?
You also got to get crossbow is a good item. Crossbow is a good thing. You can collect the thing again and use it again. Whereas with a gun, once you fire that round, whether it hits your target or not, that no coming back from that. But a knife or a machete. That's what you want in a zombie apocalypse.
I don't know.
Again, it's a lot of close quarters combat.
Yeah, I don't
think
it's
not good.
I don't think I'm built for getting it because you're gonna have to stab it in the skull.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go to the gym first. I don't think I'm built for that kind of combat. So that's why I think crossbows for me.
Crossbow would be very good for you, honestly.
I'd wear
as long as you got both eyes working, crossbow, good for you.
I'd be like Robin Hood of the apocalypse.
That'd be great, right?
Right?
You could even wear a green leotard if you wanted to.
Yeah, I do sometimes. Don't judge
Nice.
me. Anyway, before we get
Only
into
judging
the
you
meat,
awesomely.
before we get into the meat and potato of the show, remember we are now just 2 calendar weeks away from Christmas Day, Christmas Day special. And remember, you can get involved by letting us know what's your favorite Christmas movie and why. Maybe even what's your favorite Christmas music, Christmas song, and why. Let us know your favorite thing about Christmas. Leave us a voice note on 347-559-5227. That's 347-559-5227. And leave
Put it
us
right
a
here, baby.
voicemail. Boom. And your voice could be on the show.
It'd be nice
Word on
if
the
it
street
was.
also that day we're gonna have another exclusive interview with the big man himself, Santa Claus.
Oh,
Day after
that-
he's gonna be relaxing after a busy night, and he's gonna be on our show, which is nice.
that's amazing. Did producer Lathan confirm that for us?
Yes.
Oh my god! What, dude?
Lathan's very
Dude.
big in the AI world now. Apparently, he's very popular in the AI world because of the show.
Dude, I'm so excited about this news. Like it was a miracle. It was a genuine miracle. We got a Santa on the show last year, and the fact he's coming back means we're doing something good.
Exactly. Hey, maybe do you have a question for Santa Claus? Leave us your question with your name and where you're from and your question for Santa Claus. 347-559-5227. And we'll put that to Santa Claus himself. Anyway,
That's what number.
let's get on with the show. Let's talk about the weird things that have been happening on this week.
Oh my god, so many weird things.
So many weird things. It's now time for this week's top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
Bubble.
Toy giant Mattel is being sued by a mother who says that her daughter accessed a porn website via a link on the packaging for a Wicked doll. Now, if you're confused by this, we covered this story a couple of weeks ago, which saw the website wicked.com promoted on the packaging of toys from the movie adaptation, rather than wickedmovie.com, which is the correct website for the movie. A class action lawsuit has now been filed in federal court in Los Angeles. Court documents state that Holly Ricketson from South Carolina checks out. If someone said their name, like, I'm just going to say my name and you have to guess where I'm from. Holly Ricketson is definitely from South Carolina. 100%. That checks out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So apparently she gave a doll to her daughter, who then visited the adult website through the link. She said that her child showed her hardcore photographs and both were horrified by what they saw, suffering emotional distress.
Oh my.
Now, I have one word and one word only to describe this court case.
Break it down.
Bullshit.
Right.
Yeah, that is one
And
word.
here's why. Because if you remember when we was covering this story a couple of weeks ago, for science, I went to wicked.com to see what the fuss was all about. And it's just cheesy looking cover arts to their movies with like the cheesy titles on them. And then if you try to click on any of the videos, it just takes you to a join page where you have to sign up for the website. So unless this mother is the most prudest person, most you see is a woman with a bit of cleavage. That's it. So if you're talking about that's hardcore imagery that gave you emotional distress, you're a little bitch. That's what I'm going to say. So you can't see shit on this website. If you go to wicked.com, try it. Try it at home if you want. If you get caught, to say, no, Mike from Webbox told me to do it. You can't see anything. So, yeah, I hope this case gets thrown out.
The case is not going to get thrown out. In fact, they're going to get a settlement because it'll cost more to actually go to trial. Yeah, they're they're going to deal with this outside of the court. Those folks are that lady's getting paid, and while everything is litigious here, my attitude is also just like, good for her. As opposed to the GoFundMe account we talked about last week, my attitude is like, good for her. She knows what she's doing. So, however, I'm also jealous, not because the lawsuit's going to pay off, but if I had a couple of those toys, could sell them for a couple $100, maybe even a couple $1,000 in the next year or two. Like those things are literally collector's items. They were immediately struck off the shelves, but people did buy them. So I would love to have had room to store them here. So again, I'm partially jealous just on that. Not necessarily the lawsuit, but someone had to do it. Someone was going to do it. Why not this lady out of South Carolina? She's gonna get money too, by the way.
Well, it's a class action lawsuit, so that means as far as
she get a lot less money then.
You know, a lot less money because as far as I'm not no lawyer expert, but class action lawsuits tend to involve lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people.
They can
all getting a share of money.
2 parties or more. And yes, it ends up being the more people there are, the less money you get. So
I hope she gets like $1.
She might just get $1, but you know what also will happen? She will never be able to sue Universal Pictures, Universal Studios ever again. She could go to the theme park in Hollywood or Orlando. King Kong could fall on her daughter and crush that little bitch's skull. And she couldn't do a goddamn thing about it. She could just be like, oh my God, King Kong just killed my baby. And they'd be like, well, you are on the King Kong ride. That's what King Kong does.
She would get famous for that.
She would get famous for that.
And
there
maybe
would
she
be
could
a GoFundMe for her, but she would not be able to sue Universal for that. Because that'll be in the clause of this class action suit.
Maybe she'll get like famous for a little bit, go viral, start a podcast, and then start a crypto coin, which scams a lot of people out of a lot of money and probably ends up going to court and losing that money.
Is that a Hawk Tua girl reference?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is that our next story? Because I vaguely heard something about it, and then I was like, I don't understand finance at all. Like at one minute it was like $60 million ahead, and then it was $120 million south.
It's technically not our official next story because again, I didn't want to go into meme coins and cryptocurrency. I don't fucking understand how it works, but
so you don't understand either.
But apparently she's gonna be in trouble anytime soon.
Is she?
Or maybe she's not. I don't know. How does crypto work in laws now?
Maybe we come back to this. Maybe we come back to this story next week.
But yeah, apparently she's being accused of screwing a lot of people out of a lot of money.
She didn't see a dime of that shit either, by the way.
Maybe she did.
That I do know.
Who knows? But what, God bless her, right, for making the most out of her 15 minutes of fame. But if you're going to invest a lot of money in cryptocurrency, why the fuck would you go, hook to a girl seems like a sound investment. What could go wrong?
We don't do a prep for this show. So this is, you and I are literally talking about this fresh, but I want to say like the cryptocurrency in question actually had like a dope name. I don't remember what it is, and obviously I don't have it in front of me, but I was just like, oh, that could have, I mean, I don't understand any of this, but that had a great name.
I have no sympathy for these fucking people.
That's okay. That's okay. A fool and their money are quickly separated. That is an old, I think there's a Mark Twain reference.
Honey, you remember that girl that got famous because of the thing where she reenacted giving that guy a really violent blowjob on that interview on the street?
Violent?
Yeah.
Loving blowjob.
Yeah. Well, she's got a crypto coin. Let's make a second mortgage on the house right now.
Yeah, right.
What could
People
go
did that. Dummies did that.
But no, the next story features a different influencer or whatever.
Dear.
A Brazilian influencer. Ooh la la.
Ooh. I hope she's pretty. She usually is.
Yeah, it's safe to assume that. But she's planning to become a virgin again.
Oh, fucking hell. I
Yeah.
don't like that. How's she doing that, Mike?
Well, she's doing that by dropping over $19,000 on a vaginal rejuvenation operation.
I've heard of those.
Which you have? Oh, I haven't.
I've heard of it. I've never seen one, obviously.
So basically, what happens, right? Now, when ladies, when they lose their virginity,
Mm-hmm.
there's this thing inside of their vagina called a hymen, and the male phallic missile breaks said hymen. And so what she's going to do, as displayed, thank you, there with Kush's in his fingers, is going to get a surgeon who is going to sew together the torn edges of her hymen.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
So that way, basically the only benefit of this is that she'll be in some discomfort and will bleed the next time that she has sex. So theoretically, she's going to lose her virginity again.
Yeah.
She says, and I quote, "I want to become a virgin again. This is for my self-esteem and for personal reasons that have always been important to me." Her name, Hanley, who is single, boys. I'll just let you know that.
Hey.
Says she has not yet decided who will redeflower her post-op. Now,
one, I'm going to interrupt you here. One, she gives the best blowies. And two, she's going to let you take it in the back door.
Yeah, because that doesn't count as we've declared last week. It doesn't count.
Was that only last week we declared that?
Yeah, when we said about the priest can do what he wants because it doesn't count if it's anal.
Oh, God. Goodness.
In the eyes of God, apparently. I'm not saying I speak for God, but maybe I do. However, Hannah Salusolia, CEO of London's Medicinal Clinic, a virtual doctor's office that offers access to specialist physicians, claimed that the hymenoplasty, which is what the thing's called, is not the sexual fountain of youth that it's billed as. She said that while the procedure is, quote, recognized cosmetic surgery, it's more symbolic and doesn't actually restore someone's virginity. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah, for that insightful knowledge. Yeah, I mean, hey, look, if she's got for her self-esteem and personal reasons, I guess good for her. But I don't know, it just seems
like she has $19,000 to just burn.
Yeah,
and it would actually be better burnt in a trash can.
It's like I want to spend 19,000 putting my balls back up.
I mean,
I want to go through puberty
quote
again.
The Simpsons in an episode where they look forward into the future, and Lisa's about to get married, and then she's like, "What about Millhouse?" And Marge goes, "Millhouse doesn't count."
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
He doesn't count.
Oh,
by the
that
way,
means
you could
though
have saved yourself $19,000 and just said Millhouse doesn't count.
Yeah, well, just because if you just say you're a virgin again, I'd believe you.
No one would know. The guys who have taken virginities don't remember what that shit feels like, and the guys who are in you right now are not taking notes. They're just concentrating. There you go.
What's she gonna do? Like, if when she eventually has sex again, and then he turns out to be a loser, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, sorry, Doc, let's go again. Let's ride again."
Yeah, right. What if her next lay is a disappointment? Again, it would have been better to
will that guy owe her $19,000? that I wasted $19,000 in this Hyman.
She could probably take him to
Like,
civil court.
Judge
He
Judy.
did not. He did not deliver what he promised. I'm going to make you see flowers grow in the snow. He did not do that, and thus the what the hymenplasty. The
Yeah.
hymenplasty was wasted on him.
It just seems like unnecessary surgery. Because you could
Incredibly
get like
unnecessary.
get infections and shit doing that. Like, what the fuck? Like,
That has happened with necessary surgeries. Very necessary surgeries. Yeah, people have died from smaller operations than this.
So there you go. If you are wondering how much does it cost to become a virgin again, $19,000 apparently. And finally, for the what feels like I don't know who in the history of Waffle Box who spoke about more, Kanye West or Raygunn, the Australian breakdancer.
Kanye.
But here we go
apparently
again.
on the move. Are we talking about
Here
Raygunn?
we go again. Raygunn is back in the news.
I would actually like to talk more about Raygunn than Kanye. So yeah, what's she done this week, or what has happened to her this week?
Well, it's actually her legal team.
Damn.
Rachel Guns, which is Raygunn's real name.
That's a great name.
It's a government name.
Genuinely great name.
Their legal team has stopped a musical parody about her journey to the Paris Olympics from taking to the stage. Now, if you was thinking about this is Australian breakdancer who's representing her country at the Paris Olympics, and yeah, sure, she doesn't do great, but she's a viral sensation. She puts not only Australia on the map again, she puts breakdancing on the map. She does all of these great things to bring attention to the sport that she loves. What would you name that musical? Try to think of something good.
Just breaking. Just the breaking remix.
Breaking remix? Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
No, what they went with was Raygunn the musical. Brilliant.
I mean, that also works. Sure.
But if I saw if I saw Raygunn the musical, I'd be like, oh, is this going to be some kind of like alien shit? Futuristic stuff.
I get it.
Imagine if they made it a Broadway adaptation of Alien.
I thought that's where they were going with this.
That'd be so much fun. I'd see that.
Have you seen the New Jersey high school production of Alien?
Can't say I have.
It's obviously all those kids graduated. But on YouTube for the longest time, there was a full video of this high school in your neighborhood of New Jersey, and Sigourney Weaver even picked up on it and showed up one night and was like, "Hey, I'm Sigourney Weaver.
You suck."
So yeah, this is a high school production of Alien, and
I'm
enjoy.
suing all of you. That'd have been great.
No, she wouldn't have that power at all.
No.
She was very enthusiastic about it. She was obviously she was there and introduced it. So no, that's not.
But they're high schoolers. They're dumb. They wouldn't know. They'll shit themselves.
I don't know where you're going with this. Anyways, it's for a high school production, it's very well done. It incorporates a couple of scenes from the actual movie, but they did a really good job with their theatrics. It's on YouTube. I know it's on YouTube. I don't know if it's on YouTube anymore, but I would absolutely recommend you check it out, Mike Fish. Alien high school production, New Jersey.
Is it a musical?
It's not a musical. That's why I never said musical, but I almost did.
What? Sassy pants.
I almost did.
All right, maybe I will check it out. We'll see.
It's really good, dude. Yeah, it's really good. I've only seen the movie Alien once, and that's how scary it fucking was. I've seen Aliens 100,000 times. I love that fucking movie.
Baseballs, I've seen a lot. That's a great goddamn movie.
Anyway. Basketball has its moments.
So, Spaceballs.
Well, Spaceballs. I've seen Spaceballs 1,000 times.
Great goddamn movie. Anyway, the show titled Raygun the Musical was created by Australian comedian Steph Broadbridge, who was also due to feature in the cast. It was due to debut on Saturday in Kinsellas in Darlinghurst, Sydney. But Broadbridge was forced to cancel the show after lawyers sent a cease and desist letter saying that the Olympian owned the dance moves. What?
No, she doesn't.
In a statement to The Guardian, Gunn's legal team and management said it was committed to protecting her intellectual property and ensuring that her brand remains strong and respected. Oh, fucking hell.
For a continent based on, founded by thieves, this is the bitchest move I've ever seen.
Like, I was on Raygunn's
I'm
side
drunk. I'm sorry.
for the whole time, but because she was brave enough to get up on stage in the Olympics to do that shit, and then the breakdancing community started talking shit to her. So I was like, no, fuck you, breakdancing community. No one gives a shit about your community.
The world was talking shit to her, man. Like,
yeah. But
at least the United States was. But like,
who claims that Rachel Gunn, aka Raygunn, the Australian breakdancers, brand is respected? Who respects her brand? Except for maybe her husband, because he has to.
Mm-hmm. Do you think her husband wears that T-shirt where it's like, "My wife is a nurturer and a provider and does this, but also I was born in February, so don't fucking cross me because I'm kind, but don't take that for weakness because I will kill you." And also the Andrew Jackson or whatever.
Yes.
You don't know that reference at all. I'm sorry. That's okay. That's okay.
No idea, but we could have went with it, and I just went, yep. I do believe that.
If you've ever been in a Walmart at like
3 in the morning. I was in a Walmart earlier today. I felt yucky. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you a hug right now.
But they have these some dude curries that I love.
He's wearing a black T-shirt.
Okay,
and he's got this goddamn paragraph on his fucking back, and there's like a skeleton with a handgun doing this bullshit, and you're just like, am I supposed I think you're just crazy. So yeah, I'm definitely going to avoid you, but I don't think you're necessarily a threat.
So wait, you ran into a husband in the Walmart?
No, these are only photos I've seen. Some random asshole who is bald, who's got a beard longer than me, is wearing a shirt where it's just a giant. It's supposed to be a warning that you're supposed to take serious. Like, hey, don't take my kindness for weakness. I'm a lone wolf, but I'm the leader of the pack, and I was born in February, so don't cross me because I can bite like a sniper. Or like it's so much aggressiveness that isn't needed on a T-shirt. I don't care if I offend you. Add whatever you want into that T-shirt that will fit on this fat bastard's back. And that's I'm predicting that's what Raygunn's husband wears. He probably doesn't. And if he doesn't, I'm sorry, sir. Also, don't come to America and shoot me.
Fuck that guy. But there you go. So unfortunately, no one's going to be able to see Raygunn the musical because apparently she owns the dance, like
she owns the moves.
She owns the move. I don't. What moves does she own? What are they called? Like the drunk dinosaur.
I didn't even see her performance, so I don't know. What she was doing this? I think there was a meme where she was doing this shit. Like
yeah.
And now that's a George Clinton move. So
this is the move that I like to call dinosaur falling off a skateboard. Oh! Copyright Raygunn 2024.
You're hilarious. Copyright Raygunn. Yeah, we ain't trying to sue copyright, bitch.
No.
Don't sue us. And don't come after us.
There you go. So unfortunately, the producers of that musical aren't achieving anything anytime soon. But I'll
Dude,
tell
they
you
only
who
lost
are.
money on that.
People that are out there doing things that no one else has ever done before so well that an Irish brewery is giving them a certificate so they can give it to their parents and they can stick it on the fridge magnet, boom, on the wall. Look, they didn't achieve anything in their life, but at least they got this. That's I shot that one out my vagina. Look at that. World record
Right
holder.
out your vagina.
Boom.
Right out of your vagina.
Right out the yoo-hoo. Boom. But now, if someone who's given birth gets a hymenoplasty, does that become an immaculate? Like, does she look at me? I'm like Mary, because I'm a virgin, but that's my
No,
child.
the whole thing is ridiculous. The
Boom.
whole thing is ridiculous.
Could the husband of that person then like sue her for cheating on him? Because then it's like, whoa, how's that my child? Because she's a virgin.
A judge would immediately throw it out and make fun of him at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know where else is she going.
I hope it's Judge Judy, because she would burn his ass alive.
Oh, she loves to yell.
I hope
She's
she's wearing
really
that
angry
pink
for someone that's getting paid a lot of fucking money.
Right?
Like, she needs to chill out.
I love
her.
In this one case, she would be very, 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 very in her right.
Anyway, let's talk about, because it is now December, we are fast approaching Christmas. So rather than a Dumb World Record of the Week, it's now time for this week's Dumb World Record of the season.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why?
Why?
Why? Why would you want to do that?
Yes, Dumb World Record of the season. This is my excuse to find something in the record books that happened before this week, but it's somewhat Christmassy related. Oh, not nice.
Okay.
This week we're going to be talking about Andre Ortolf of Germany. This is great. So we've all heard of speed eating, right?
Sure.
But have you ever heard of speed dressing?
Yes, actually, yes.
Oh, that sounds fun. In 2023, Andre Ortolf of Germany broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to dress as a Christmas elf. It's very specific. Very specific.
Super specific.
So to break the record, Andre had to don a full elf's costume, including hat. He had to put on pointy ears, pointy boots, and put on a belt. Then I'm a Christmas elf. Look at me, I'm Will Ferrell in the movie.
Right.
Now, how quickly do you think this German fella named Andre was able to don the elf's costume?
3 seconds.
How long?
3 seconds.
What? What kind of madness are you? How much have you drank today, Kush? 3
Quite a lot.
seconds?
I've been drinking since Saturday. So
I could even put a pair of socks on in 3 seconds.
I feel like he's already wearing it and they just tear it off and now I'm an elf.
Oh, so you think he had the elf costume on and then over the elf costume he put on one of those stripper suits with the Velcro?
Yeah, much like a musician.
Start the clock.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that'd be technically cheating, but I like the way your brain thinks, Kush.
Thank you.
No, Andre managed to complete this task by putting on a full elf costume in 24.63 seconds. Still pretty
lame.
I don't know. Again, I don't know how I can put on a. How quickly do you reckon you can put a pair of socks on?
Oh, so we ain't talking about me, but yes, it'd be more than 24 seconds for sure.
A lot of times, by the time I put one on, I'm getting to that point with my joint. I'm like, let me have a rest before I put this next one on. Oh, Jesus.
So I'm at that age now where sometimes I'll just put one sock on and then I'll just sit on the edge of the bed for 5 minutes and then I'll put the second sock on.
it's a mixture of my body aching and it's also sometimes the hangover kicking in.
The hangover does not.
Have you ever done that where you're like, right, I seriously need to get up and start my day, and you lean out of bed, you start putting your socks on, and then you just give up halfway through, so there's like a sock just dangling off your foot, and you're like,
yes,
I'll come back to that later, and you just kind of sit there judging your own life choices. Oh, what have I done?
Yes, and
then my dog just kind of starts
that's why I'm in
with
therapy
the end
now.
of the sock, and I'm like, don't, Ollie, you're not helping. Stop drawing attention to my failures as a human. But there you go. I guess congratulations to Andrei Ortolf of Germany for the quickest a person to put on an elf costume, 24.63 seconds. That brings the close to the first half of this week's episode. We're gonna be back after the break with another episode of Celebrity Birthday Blackjack, where Kush has still 3 opportunities to get above 500. If he loses, he's screwed. If he wins, he's on a winning streak. So who knows? And now he's just getting tangled up in his own headphone wires. Okay, look at you struggling there, little buddy. But I'm glad you're okay.
I was just being aggressive. That's all.
Yeah, that's good. Anyway, as always, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause and pay some bills with some of our partners. And we're going to hand it over for like next 35 seconds to Grandpa Spuds. See you shortly.
Hey, kiddos. Are you walking around in public with a sweater that looks like you've just come in from a snowstorm? Like some stock traders from the 80s have been doing lines of Coke off of your sleeve? Like a can of frosting exploded on your chest? Well, you need to get yourself a lint roller. Lint rollers have been keeping dark sweaters look brand new since 1956 and are an official partner of the Waffle Box podcast.
Place your bets. It's now time for Birthday Blackjack.
I also like to live dangerously.
Yeah, welcome back to the second half of episode 178 of Waffle Box. And as always, it's now time for this week's Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. Now, if it's the first time watching Celebrity Birthday Blackjack, or you need a refresher, and you're wondering, what the hell is this game? How does this work? What are the rules? Producer Lathan, do what you do best, and explain to the fine folks of the SIP Squad how we play Celebrity Birthday Blackjack.
Well, the rules to Celebrity Birthday Blackjack are pretty simple. Mike is going to name 5 celebrities that are celebrating their birthdays today, and all you have to do is guess how old they are now. Your score is based on your margin of error. For example, if the celebrity is 50 years old and you guess 53, you were 3 years out, so you score 3 points. If you're lucky enough to guess their age spot on, you get to deduct 5 points from your score. And to win, all you need to do is keep your score at 21 or below, hence why it's called Celebrity Birthday Blackjack.
Take us out. Currently, Mr. Hayes, your record is 19-21. With 3 games to go for the end of the year, you have to get a perfect 100% record for the next 3 weeks to hit above 500, or if not, you end 2024 with a losing record. No pressure.
No pressure.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, let's play Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. Number 1. Birthday boy number 1 is bassist, founder of the Motley Crue, and man that is probably made up of 60% STDs, Nikki Sixx.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I know of Motley Crue. I know the name Nikki Sixx. 100% sure I've heard their music. I've heard their music. I know I've heard
You
their
definitely
music,
have.
but I don't know.
Girls,
music.
girls.
Oh, I've definitely heard that song quite a few times
Yeah.
at the bar. Bing, 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 bing. Anyways,
The bar.
the bar. We even covered that bar once upon a time. Anyway, going forward, Nikki Sixx is 66 years old.
66 is your opening guest for Nikki Sixx. And Nikki Sixx is 66.
Perfect. Motherfucker!
Damn, that's a hell of a star. Hell of a star.
Dude! Are you serious? Perfect.
So, as the rules dictate, your score is currently -5. Too bad. Now, let's move on to contestant number 2.
Number 2.
This guy is a comedian, and he was part-time host of Comedy Central's The Daily Show, Mr. Roy Wood Jr.
Oh. Roy Wood Jr.
Roy Wood Jr.
He was in the movie Cocaine Bear. If no one saw that, they should. It's delightful one time. I can't imagine it being any good after that. However, he also now is the moderator / host of a CNN show that's trying to be The Daily Show and trying to be at midnight at the same time. Look it up. Roy Wood Jr., CNN. Anyways, that gentleman's 54 years old. Sorry.
54 is your
Love the
official
fucking
guess.
show, though. Love the new show.
Roy Wood Jr. is 46 years old.
Good for him. Damn. Just, dude, we're the same age. Amazing. Good for him.
Which means you are 8 out. So it takes up the score to 3, which is still not bad after 2 guesses.
Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3 is actor best known for the role of being that other guy in Boy Meets World. Ryder Strong.
Ryder Strong.
How old is Ryder Strong? You know, it's the guy, and it was Topanga, and then it was this
Everyone
guy.
loves Topanga.
It was
Topanga is so beautiful.
Was
Like
this guy's like his
I'm not
best
talking about
friend?
back then. I'm talking about today. Like she was hot then. She's beautiful today, dude. Like whoop, Topanga.
Was this guy like his best friend or his brother? I can't really remember now.
He was the best friend.
The third wheel.
He was the best. He was the delinquent best friend with a heart of gold. He had some troubles with the law, and then Corey's dad. Like, anyways, Ryder Strong, who was also in the movie, the original Cabin Fever. They've done a remake. There's been several sequels, etc., etc., etc. He's actually he's 43 because he's younger than me. I know that.
43 is your official guess. Ryder Strong is 45 today.
Motherfucker. Well, that's still younger than me, but damn.
So you're 2 out, taking your score up to 5. Lots of wiggle room. Lots of wiggle room.
We're good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, baby.
Number 4.
Number 4 is professional wrestling legend. Who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y. Mysterio. Here we go. Rey Mysterio, a.k.a. Rey Mysterio Jr. But apparently he's just dropped the Junior now. He's just Rey Mysterio.
He hasn't been... I think he was only Rey Mysterio Jr. that first year, and then they just dropped the Junior.
Well, his uncle, Rey Mysterio, is like, well, fuck me then, huh?
Yeah, actually. But I bet he got a check from WWE also. So, anyways, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, I'm gonna say 45. He might actually be 49, but I'm gonna say 45.
45.
He's a young boy. He's a young pro wrestler. Still. For what he does. Jesus Christ.
Raymond Mysterio is actually 50 years old today. The big 5-0.
Damn.
Which takes your score up to 10. Giving you a wiggle room of 11.
Give me those boobies.
Give Kush your boobies. I don't have boobies. I have
Give Kush your boobies. Start a GoFundMe for that.
Oh.
Number 5.
Number 5. Don't forget, if you are playing along at home, leave your score in the comment section below in the YouTube section, or if you are listening on the audio version, hit us up on Twitter at Wafflebox or Blue Sky at WafflePod. Let us know your score using hashtag Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. Number 5 is actor, rapper, and colleague of Jack Black from Be Kind Rewind, Mr. Most Def. Harry's old as Most Def.
That was a great misdirect because I thought you were going to say Kyle Gass, but Most Def. Most Def is 53.
Most Def, your guess is 53.
53. Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, Most Def is 51, which means you're 2 out, but that does leave your score at a respectable 12, which means once again, god damn it, you are a winner.
You win!
Which now takes your record up to 20 and 21.
Dude, this is getting terrifying. Like, what if I
strive for 500 is still alive. With 2 to go, you still on course to finish 22 and 21. Or you could fuck it up and finish on 21 and 22, or 20 and 22. Or
I feel like I'm doing better than the Golden State Warriors and the San Francisco Giants right now. So let's go. Let's go.
Yes,
we're already there, but let's go. Oh my god,
let's go.
Is this microphone falling in?
So yeah, that wraps up another episode. So as all, like I said, if you are watching the YouTube version, hit us up on the comment section below. Let us know what your score was at Wafflebox on Twitter or at WafflePod on Blue Sky. Let us know your scores. Hashtag Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. But we'll be back next week for, let's do the maths, December 18th edition. Don't do your research. Don't Google it. That's cheating. Just come enjoy yourself. But that wraps up another episode of Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. But it's now time, Kush, for you to take center stage on this episode as you do what you do best. And it's time for Kush to review a movie in a segment that we like to call Kush's Movie Review.
Kush's Movie Review.
This week's movie review, we go back 24 years, 25 years, whatever it was.
Weird. It gets weird.
Do you remember when, oh no, planes are going to fall out of the sky? Oh no, the toasters aren't going to work anymore. Oh no, the fridge is going to attack me because it's the year 2000, Y2K bug. Oh no. Well, there's a movie made about it, produced by Jonah Hill, directed by Carl Mooney. That's much research I've done. Fred Durst is on one of the posters. I'm very excited.
Kush, is he?
Yes, he is. And the kid from Deadpool 2 is also in it, apparently. Yeah, he's on the poster as well. So Kush, tell us about the movie Y2K.
So this is Y2K. It is an A24 movie So it's obviously always going to be a little weird, guys. It is a rated R production and 91 glorious minutes.
Ooh.
Okay, it's nice. It's short. It's sweet. I saw the trailer for this, and I went, "That is fucking stupid." And then some guy on Facebook went like, "You lack any imagination." I was like, "Hey, cunt, I fucking lived it. So this is stupid." Okay. And then he didn't reply. And then someone didn't comment on YouTube. He used the C word. Anyway, as you mentioned, this is written and directed by a man named Kyle Mooney. This is his directorial feature. It is also written by a man named Evan Winter. Okay.
Kyle Mooney, those I don't know, I think Kyle Mooney is one of the writers and comedians, actors, whatever, on Saturday Night Live right now, I think.
Okay. Sure. I mean, I did an IMDb checked. Saturday Night Live did not come up there. I'm not saying I looked that deep into it. I just went like, what's shit I recognize? This is definitely his directorial debut. He's written a bunch of other shit. I'm sorry. It happened. Anyways, this stars Mr. Jaden Martle. He was one of the kids in the newest iteration of It. And Knives Out. He was the conservative son in Knives Out, Part 1. Rachel Ziegler, she's absolutely the biggest star in this movie. She's going to be Snow White in like 6 months, which when we get to the porta potty scene, I'm just like, this bitch is going to be Snow White in 6 weeks or 6 months. What the fuck? And then Julian Dennison. That's the large gentleman that you mentioned that was in Deadpool 2. And again, I'm sorry?
Fire Fist. That's his name.
Cool. Oh, anyways. Fred Durst is also in it too. And when that happens in the second part of the second act, it's funny. It's fucking funny. I went into this with the biggest of I did not want to like this movie. I immediately thought it was going to be incredibly stupid. It remained incredibly stupid, but I laughed. However, every time I laughed, majority of the time, I went, "That's fucking stupid." The guy next to me, I'm not sure if he was laughing at the movie or laughing at me laughing at the movie. Okay, that's how weird this is. I do not recommend anyone go to see this movie in the theater. It'll be on Amazon or possibly Netflix very sooner than later. I didn't hate it though. I didn't hate it. That definitely surprised me. But Mike Fish, where were you December 31st, 1999? Honest question.
So my mother worked. So my father was a police officer. And at the local police station, the top floor was like a bar.
Nice. Why wouldn't it be?
So after duty, or it was basically open. It was like a members club where like friends and family members of the police could go and drink and blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. That's where I spent December 31st, 1999.
Sounds like a good spot, man. Nice, safe, plenty of booze. Like, what's there not to like?
Right.
How old were you, if I may ask?
So when the clock struck midnight in the year 2000, I would have been 14 years old.
Oh, okay. So you are the demographic that is in this movie. These kids are between 14 and 17. No one's an adult in this movie. There's the adults are only in danger.
19?
I would have been about 22.
No.
Yeah, I was born in 78.
Are you?
I'm definitely older than you.
No,
I was born in 78.
Oh, so you're about 7 years older than me. Okay.
Yeah. And you and I get that mixed up all the time. It happens. It'll happen again. That's not the point of this. In 1998, I knew a chick who worked for the IT department of Wells Fargo Bank. That's a big bank out here. I don't know if you know that or are aware of that or whatever. And for the rest of the folks that don't know that, big bank. And they're like, we're like 6 months ahead of schedule. The movie Office Space, all of our main characters, except for the one dude with the long hair, they are all working on solving the Y2K bug. Where am I going with this? In 1998, I had no worries of everything shutting down or monsters attacking us, my microwave turning on me, my CD player shooting shit at me. Had no worries of this because the chick at Wells Fargo was like, yeah, we just changed the code. Clack, 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 clack. And then they did. And then it was fine. So, December 31st, 1999, at midnight, I kissed my girlfriend. And then we bawled each other's brains out for the rest of the night. All right. A friend of ours got super duper drunk and vomited out of the side of the car. And then we're like, well, that's your problem, Anna. Me and this chick are going to go home. Anyways, because of all that, this movie is super duper stupid. But let's pretend, what if the machines took over? It plays like a very 90s movie. There's a lot of 90s references. Some are literally thrown in your face, like the kid from Deadpool and the kid from It are going to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger's Jr.
Great goddamn movie, by the way.
Oh, I've never seen it. It looks stupid at the time. Never seen it. We can do a reaction to that if you want in the future. But never seen it. It looked stupid at the time, and they're like, this movie is fucking stupid. And I was like, yeah, I know. That's why I didn't see it. They then decide to go to the party. Rachel Ziegler is a computer hacker. She is super duper pretty, but she is also a fucking nerd. But for some reason, everyone keeps calling her the prom queen and like just like discriminating against her because she's super duper pretty, which is just a fact. She is. I got nothing against that. Best scene with Rachel Ziegler is she is on lookout point as all of her friends are going to rob the Circle K or the 7-Eleven or whatever liquor store they're at. And guess what? She ain't wearing a bra. That's the nicest thing I gotta say about this whole performance. She runs away. She bounces very freely. It's in slow motion, and you're like, yeah, this is the best case scenario. Best case scenario.
Love me some Jiggle Matrix.
It didn't hurt. It did not hurt. Once we get to Y2K, the clock is struck midnight. Everything, regardless if it's connected to the internet or not, it just flips and starts attacking people. The microwave irradiates somebody. A CD player shoots out CDs and decapitates a man. That little, it's Power Wheels. Power Wheels. Guess what? It's got a little knife on it and it stabs people. It's super stupid, but also adorable at the same time. Anyways, once we get to all that shit, our heroes escape. Our numbers have decreased. We're at like a party with like 50 people there. Our party gets to 6, maybe 8. And then more people die. They escape. But then, like, again, the dude who knows the most about rap music, and he's wearing a bucket hat, and he's being that pretentious dude, which was a thing. It's funny. He's hanging out with the tomboy. and she's got a thing about rap also. And they're just hanging out and they're just like reminiscing about this was the first time I smoked weed. This was the first place I smoked weed. I was in the 8th grade. Like it was like, bitch, it is not even 1 o'clock yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, but they're waxing reminiscent on it as if it's been months, years. That happens a couple times. Eventually, we get to Fred Durst. Fred Durst pops up as a spoiler. I didn't know he was in this. I didn't know he had a poster. But when he shows up, they're not even trying to like hide that it's Fred Durst. What I mean by that is he looks like modern day 50-year-old Fred Durst. Not 22-year-old Fred Durst, modern day Fred Durst. But he's also like, we were at the show, and then so-and-so took out this guy. I don't know the names of the members of Limp Bizkit. I'm sorry. I don't. Despite seeing them at the Family Values tour, which does come up. Anyways.
Was Wes Borland name reference?
Yes. Not only has he made a reference, but I think he's in the goddamn movie.
Yeah.
That's the skeleton guy with the black contacts.
That'd be Wes Borland.
If he's not in the movie, someone is dressed up like him in the movie, and they're like, "Oh shit, Wes, you're alive! Oh my god, that's amazing!" Like, this movie. Long story short, things get resolved. Everybody lives a happy life. The first 27 minutes, the first act. It's fun nostalgia. It's like, okay, this is a thing. Oh yeah, smoking weed in the back of the Blockbuster video. That's a thing. Yeah, blah 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 blah. But this is not a good movie. It didn't look like a good movie going into it. I laughed harder than I thought I would. Again, I think the guy next to me was laughing because I was laughing. But it's not a good movie. I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. Sorry, that was a long way to get there, but 2 out of 5.
Y2K, starring Fred Durst and other people. 2 out of 5. But it's A24, so it's probably gonna. I reckon that's got Amazon written all over it.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're
probably gonna be
correct.
on Amazon Prime. There you go. But if you've seen the movie, let us know what you thought about the movie in the comment section below. What?
People. So I normally do a thing on the Facebook, Cushford Hayes on Facebook. By the way, if you want to friend me, let me know you heard the fucking Waffle Box. Well, don't just friend me, like send me a message like, heard you on Waffle Box, bro. Anyways, normally I put up international posters because I'm different and I'm kind of a hipster and blah blah blah. No one wanted this movie. This movie was so bad. No international territory. I'm like, yeah, we can relate to that. We want this movie. They didn't do that. So I just posted the one thing. And then immediately a bunch of folks chimed in like, it was good. I was like, no. They're like, I enjoyed all the nostalgia. Nostalgia has been a thing, but is now a thing for you because you're a 30. But so many different things. Anyways, I'm just gonna disconnect here. Sorry, bro.
Y2K, starring Wes Borland. 2 out of 5. All right, let's wrap this show up. God damn it. Because some of us need to go to bed. Someone's going to be up early in the morning to drive to South Jersey for work.
Fucking hell.
Fuck me.
Get your paper.
But let's try to wrap this show up in a nice little bow and make people all warm, buzzy inside. It's now time for this week's feel-good story of the week.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
This week's feel-good story comes to us from somewhere over the rainbow. I don't know where, but it's somewhere in America because it involves Thanksgiving and stuff like that. Now, over the past 8 years, Jay and Judy Brycey, whatever, have amassed 202,000 Chick-fil-A reward points through their frequent visits to the popular fast food chain.
No, that's the thing. Okay.
But instead of redeeming those points for themselves, they've decided to share their blessings with others on Thanksgiving. The Brissies used half of their reward points to provide a delicious lunch for the residents of the Burton Center, a local facility supporting individuals with disabilities and special needs.
Well, I sure hope none of those people were gay, because they're definitely not getting fed. I mean, think of it this way. If you're a signature member at Chick-fil-A, you're getting 13 points for every dollar you spend. So to get 202,000 points, that's $15,538 spent. The classic chicken sandwich costs $5.75, which means they could have bought 2,702 of those sumbitches. Average that over 8 years. That's 338 sandwiches every year. Now, anyone that goes to Chick-fil-A almost every day definitely has some personal opinions that align with the owners of that company. You can suck as many dicks as you like, but you're not getting a goddamn chicken sandwich from these people.
Okay, so when you fucking warned me about this, and I was like, yeah, I don't care. But like, you went hard on this one.
Yeah, we did.
Look, man, good is good. You don't get to be mad about when good is good. Okay?
Yeah, Lathan.
I bet they're not scanning people for homosexuality. They're just giving out fucking burgers or whatever they do. Like, Mike, come on, dude.
Sorry, Lathan, you disgust me. Anyway, for Judy, a former teacher, the experience was especially emotional as she was able to reconnect with some of her former students at the center, bringing back some fond memories. Jay reflected on the impact of the gesture, saying some of them may not get to go to Chick-fil-A at all. She really loves Chick-fil-A. They may just see it on the commercial or something like that. And the giving didn't stop there. With the 101,000 points still remaining, the Brissies brought meals to the Connie Maxwell Children's Home on December 5th. Jay humbly summed up the motivation, saying, quote, "I don't do this for the recognition. The only one I want to get recognition is God. I want him to get the glory for this, not me." So thank you, God, for spending your 202,000 Chick-fil-A reward points, giving back to the local community. You're a real
It's corny, but that's not a crime. So good for them. They still did a good thing. Why are we punishing them for being good people?
We shouldn't.
They didn't survey everybody. Do you suck dick? You got a dick. You
weren't there. You don't know. Maybe they did.
I'm pretty sure they didn't do that shit, dude. So, anyways.
On a serious note, though, do you know what does kind of annoy me?
Break it down.
Like, saving up 202,000. Yeah, a lot of fucking points, basically, right?
A lot of points.
A lot of fucking points. But why, why did they stop at 202? Why not 200? Why not 250? At what point did they think 202,000? That's enough. This is ridiculous.
I think they just wanted to get rid of the points. Those things do expire. Also, I have accumulated a lot of points with Regal Unlimited, and sometimes, not every time, it's few and far between. Sometimes I just get a small bag of popcorn and a Pepsi. Okay, man, like I don't do it every time. And look, dude, I think you're reaching into this one. I think Lathan is reaching into this one, but don't punish someone for doing the right thing when they think it's the right thing, not when you think it's the right thing.
I'm not punishing them, just making fun of them.
No, don't make fun of them for that either. They help someone. And they didn't survey who was gay and who was not gay. I bet everybody got something that day. I don't know, but you don't know either. I love you, but you don't know either.
They were there with their rainbow flag detectors. I'm like, nope, you don't.
I bet they don't care.
But you did touch on a good point, though. Before we wrap up this week's show, we talk about reward points do expire. Hey, companies, stop doing that shit. That's like, if you're going to reward me for like I have spent money at your establishment, and so that you're going to give me reward points, I shouldn't then have to do it within a certain time. It's my reward for. Don't knock off that running out of expiration.
Sure.
Fuck you and your points.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's a federal law in the United States, the lower 48 at least, where if you buy a gift card, that thing is legit forever, or at least for the life of the company.
I remember that. Didn't it become like within the last year or two? Wasn't that like a recent thing?
A couple of years ago. Definitely a couple of years ago. I want to even say pre-pandemic, but yeah, if you buy a gift card and don't use it, that thing is for the life of the company.
Because someone spent money to get a gift card. You can't just eat that shit.
Yeah, and what is it, Long John Silver's? Some fish company that I can't eat at because I will fucking die immediately walking in there.
Bubblegum soup.
No, it was like Red Robin's or something. Red's inside. Anyway,
Red Rooster.
No, fish company.
Red Lobster.
You're British. You don't know. It's okay. It's okay, bud. I'm just telling you that they. Anyways, long story short, gift cards are forever as long as the company exists. And
on that note, that's a beautiful thing. God damn it. Whatever episode this with number episode 178. Good.
178.
Lord. Still 2 more to go this year. That means we're gonna do 180. Christmas Day is gonna be episode 180. Wow. Nice round number.
I'm not mad at that.
Oh, it makes me feel good. It's a nice round number to end the year on. Oh,
yeah, right.
And that means we are only 3 weeks away from my favorite episode of the year, where we get to play Pornhub Family Feud and talk about the 2024 statistics of Pornhub.com. God,
it's such a good episode, guys.
Love that episode. But still. Like I said, if you want to get involved in the last few episodes of this year, you can let us know what your favorite Christmas movie is and why. You can let us know what your favorite Christmas song is or why. And you can also submit your questions for Santa Claus. Give us a call on 347-559-5227. That's 347-559-5227. Leave a voicemail. Let us know who you are, where you're from, and what your question is for Santa Claus, or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And we will get you on the show. Anything to promote, Kush, you want to mention, shout out to?
Yeah, I got nothing. KushHayes.com.
Boom. Well, on that note, it's a good night. For me, it's a good night from Kush. Lathan, anything you want to add?
Well, that's it for today. Thanks for listening. Now go hydrate, call your mom, or stare at the wall. I don't judge. This is Lathan signing off. Stay safe, stay weird, and remember, if life gives you lemons, start a podcast about citrus. Bye.
Marvelous.
Damn, bitch.
I'm gonna make a podcast about citrus. That'd be weird. No more ChatGPT for you. Anyway,
to have a conversation after this recording.
Yeah. No. Till next week. Take care of yourselves and each other.
That's all, folks.
Play me off, Johnny.